I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I made, so I'm going to be giving you tips of things that I wish I knew before I started my business. It's your girl Kiannalakaye. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. As you can see in today's title, I'm in the process of opening up a business. I'm opening up an online clothing store called Keys Couture. I've been wanting to have a business for like a minute now. So in this video, we're going to be talking about things that I wish I knew before starting the business, before opening up a business, because I honestly thought that it was easy. And it's not that it's hard, it's just like time consuming, and if you mess up on certain steps, like you can cost yourself spending more than you have to. So I definitely spent more than I needed to because I messed up a little bit. So if I had known these steps prior to me opening up a business, then I wouldn't have had to spend extra money, and that extra money could have been to getting inventory or something like that. I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I made, so I'm going to be giving you tips of things that I wish I knew before I started my business. I'm going to be looking down at my phone. If you see me looking down, it's because I have the notes on my phone that I made last night. So this is the first mistake that I made. So I registered a fictitious name. If I said that wrong, you know what I meant, but I registered my business as a fictitious name, and you have to do that if you're using a name that is not your first and last name for the business. So Key is my nickname, but it's not my name, so I had to register, well, I thought I had to register a fictitious name on Sunbiz, which was $50. If you are not registering your company as like an LLC or something of that nature, then you do need a fictitious name. But if you are registering it as an LLC, then you don't need to spend the $50 to get the fictitious name. Well, my business is an LLC, Keys Couture LLC, but I had already registered as a fictitious name before I did the LLC. So if you are in Florida, the LLC is $125. But when you register as a fictitious name, you have to get your business, like you have to get advertised in your local newspaper. So it was $50 to register it on Sunbiz, and then an additional $90 to put it in the newspaper. That is, I can't count, one second. It's $140, whereas the LLC is $125. But I'm not going to go ahead and purchase the ad in the newspaper because I'm getting the LLC, so that I won't need to pay to get the ad in the newspaper. So that was my first mistake, and I mean, it only cost me $50, but now I have to spend an additional $125 for the LLC when I could have just skipped the $50, and that $50 could have went towards the LLC or inventory or something of that nature. Maybe you guys already knew that. I didn't know that. This pack tastes weird. Zoning. Of course, a business needs an address. So you have to get zoned in order to run a business. And so this is where I got confused at, because I'm doing an online store. I'm not doing it from my house, but since like it's gonna be in my house, like since my computer's in my house, I guess I still have to get zoned. The business tax receipt, you also need that to pay taxes. I can't remember how much that was. I don't remember. But I know that I had an issue where I couldn't get zoned. I think you have to get zoned before you get the business tax receipt. And my landlord didn't want the address associated with the business, so I couldn't get zoned. And then you have to get also a resale certificate and an EIN. So the EIN is just like, I forgot, employee identification number. Yeah, those two items are free. I know some vendors, like you can do a lot with just the resale certificate. I know people who, when they start off, they get a resale certificate, and like once their business is a little bit established, then they go ahead and get the business license. So you definitely are going to have to get the business license regardless. So if you want to wait a little bit, don't wait too long, because like if you get caught, you can get in a lot of trouble, and like because you aren't really paying taxes on it. I would definitely say before you do anything else, get the resale certificate, because that can open doors to vendors. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to get the business license. So it's like, no, I dropped my gummy bears. If you're in Florida, set aside for that $125. I don't know about other states how much it is, but I know for Florida it's $125. The EIN and the resale certificate are free. I'm gonna try to look for the links that I did and drop them in the description box. Other thing is that what I spent money on that I didn't have to, well, it's my fault, it's not anybody else's fault but mine, but the logo. So when I first started the business, or thought of the business, I thought of this logo. Like I liked it at first, but then as I was like looking at it and getting feedback from other people, they were just like, it looks kind of like, it was cool, it was nice. They're like, it looks kind of childish, blah blah blah. So I was just like, whatever. Because like if you look at most businesses like Pretty Little Thing, Fashion Nova, Shop the Petite, they offer like a sleek logo. It's not all like glittery and stuff like that. I thought about it and I was like, yeah, that's kind of childish. So I contacted somebody else for my logo, and then I really didn't know what I wanted. I'll put her Instagram down in the description box as well. I just gave her, like, I'm doing a clothing store. The name's Keys Couture. Go fast. And she figured it out, and she gave me this new logo, and I love it. It's simple, it's sleek. The hanger, you can see that it's a clothing store. That's all I needed. So definitely before you get started in your business, like when you're starting up, know what you want, because not knowing what you want is going to make you waste more money than needed. I had spent $45 on my first logo. $45 that could have went towards, like I said, inventory, business license. It could have went towards anything. And then my new logo was $15. So, well, it was $10. I gave her $15. Also, since we're on the topic of my logo, I'm gonna talk about business cards and thank you cards as well. So the same person who did my logo, she also does like business cards, thank you cards, and all of that stuff. So I went through her to get them done. And so I'm not gonna show you guys yet. You guys will see that in the next video where I show you guys my inventory for my company. She charged $10 for business cards, $10 for thank you cards. I don't want you guys to get confused. It's not like she gave me a physical card. She gave me like the design of it, and I have to go somewhere else to get it printed out. Make sure, I don't know if it's just me, like my problem, or if it's like a problem everybody has, but make sure that you guys, at the business logo, at the business card and the design card is like the right sizing, because I got the cards and I was trying to go to Vistaprint. It was cutting out the edges of my business cards and thank you cards. I never could get the full design, so I got so frustrated. I was on Instagram scrolling, and like a sponsored ad came up of this site called Awesome Merch. They had a sale going on that was like 100 business cards for $8. So you know, I hopped on that because my last box of inventory is gonna come Monday. So I am going to be making a you know, unbox inventory / haul for you guys, so you guys can get like a glimpse of what Keys Couture is gonna have to offer. I'll put the link to Awesome Merch below, because they also had like 100 thank you cards for $60. But I didn't get the thank you cards yet because I'm cheap and I want to see if they're gonna have a sale. I did for the business card, so I can hop on that. The website that I'm using to create my business website is Shopify. I took like tips and advice from the Find Guru, which if you are opening a business, you probably have seen her YouTube page. I used that to create my website. They have like free templates because I wasn't paying for a template, but they have free templates that you can go in and customize. So I did that. Also good about Shopify is that it gives you 3 months for free. So you can like open the website, play around with it. So I'm using my 3 months, and I'm probably gonna open Keys Couture within the next week or two. So yeah, definitely. I know people use like Wix. I didn't even look at Wix, to be honest. Like I said, I literally stalked the Find Guru YouTube, and she used Shopify, and she had a video that shows you how to use Shopify. I took her advice and I just created a Shopify account, and I like the way it looks. So also, for creating a website, you need to get a domain. I cannot stress this enough. You need to. For a business, like for business purposes, it doesn't look professional, or like you don't look like a serious business if it says like, no, it will be keyscouture.shopify.blah blah blah. Like, no, you need a domain. If you go on GoDaddy, you can get a domain for $14 a year. Now it just says keyscouture.com. It doesn't have the My Shopify or anything included in that link, which I think it looks more, you look more established, you look more professional, like you're an actual business, like you actually care about your business. So that's definitely something that I recommend. Not recommend, go do it. You have to. If you want a business, you have to, sorry. It's only $14. So that's really all the tips that I have. I mean, all the things that I wish I knew before starting a business. But now I'm gonna get into more of the, now I'm gonna get more into the tips. Not tips really, but like, I'm gonna give you guys sort of like an inside look of Keys Couture and what we're gonna be and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have like this series of this, like I have the Cooking with Key series. So now I'm gonna also have an entrepreneur series, so you guys can like get an insight of Keys Couture and what's to come and stuff like that. It's just gonna be like an online clothing store. It's gonna be a whole bunch of different things on the site. I'm not going to just stick in one area. You guys can just expect like everything. It's gonna be a whole bunch of cute shit. That's it. Talking about the business, also what I'm gonna say is you need to have a PO box, just for safety precautions, and I feel like it's more professional. Like if we don't have a front, like a storefront, like an actual store, you need a PO box, because you don't want people having your address. You just don't. PO boxes are not cheap. I mean, not expensive. I don't know about y'all, but y'all not about to know where I live at. So go to your local post office and get a PO box. The size depends on what size packages you're gonna be sending out. So in Keys Couture, when I first like envisioned it, I was going to do like the traditional dress suits, rompers, jumpsuits, tops, bottoms, skirts, shoes, accessories, and all that stuff. Like I had big plans. I was just, you know, so I wanted all that before I opened, and then I sat down and thought about it. Like if I wait until I get everything I want to open, it's gonna take forever for me to open. So like when I posted, when I made the Instagram and stuff, like people usually say like don't broadcast things until it's fully done, but I had to broadcast it as like a push for me, for motivation. This is another like tip for people who are looking to start a business. Definitely private label. Like your brand is, you have to brand yourself. You have to. So like me personally, the reason, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, the reason why I decided to private label is because I don't want people knowing my vendors. Like, you know how when you have clothes tags, like the thing like back here, it says where it came from. If I didn't private label, you guys would know my vendors, and you guys could just go and basically order it. So you don't need to be, you can just go order it yourself. So I didn't want that. There's places that you can go to and just take the clothes and they'll private label. There's also a lot of websites where you can just upload your logo and then pay to get the this, and then you have to just sew it on yourself. You can get a sewing machine to do it, or you can get a seam ripper and rip the old seam out and get a needle and thread and just like stitch it onto the item. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just, because a sewing machine would probably be easier, but that look complicated. Like sewing machines look too complicated, and I'm not creative, so I'm gonna just get a basic needle and thread. You can't go wrong with needle and thread, because you just, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's all I really wrote down as far as, let me look again just to make sure, because I be lying sometimes. Almost forgot. See, I told you I be lying. When it comes to promoting your company, make sure you promote yourself on social media. I honestly, at first I was kind of like, I don't want to keep posting myself, people are gonna get tired of it. Now I don't give a damn. So make sure you promote yourself at least once a day. Please, like that's the minimum. It should not even be once a day. Promote yourself multiple times a day. People are gonna get tired of it, oh well. You're getting yourself more audience and more views. Like I always post on my Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, anything I can think of, I post on. Also, you can pay people to promote for you. Like pay influencers like Jada, for example. Anything Jada, Lil Baby's girl, anything she wears, it sells out. Now she may have a very high promotion fee because of who she is. She's established. Like she knows that whatever she posts is gonna sell out. You have to spend money to make money, basically. So she is a guaranteed way to make money. So her, I don't know how much her promotion fee is. It could be 1,000, but if you put 1,000 into her promoting your brand, you're gonna get thousands back. Like she is a guaranteed sellout every single time. So but you don't have to get her. You can go for people who are smaller, people who have fees for like $100, like, but just make sure whoever you get, that you know it will be a guaranteed turnaround, that you know that you'll make a profit from them promoting your business. Also, you need to make sure that you have family and friends that are supportive. I think a strong support system is key. So make sure you have that. And even if your family and friends, because I know sometimes family and friends don't take things serious until it actually pops off. So if they aren't giving you that support when you first open, it's okay. Join, like, there's Facebook groups, there's Twitter threads, there's multiple ways to get your business out there. Like, I'm so mad that I didn't start yet, that I didn't open yet, because I've seen so many small business threads on Twitter that people are getting like a whole bunch of like followers and a whole bunch of sales, and I can't participate in those yet because I'm not open. And also, when I made my Instagram, like that got like a lot of followers in one day. But y'all been trying my life on Twitter. Let me tell y'all, I done tweeted the followers page so many times and I only got 11 followers. Like that is very, very, very rude. 11? All right, so that's all I could think of when it comes to what I wish I knew before I started my business, and also giving you guys some like tips and guidelines about starting a business, and also giving you guys a kind of an inside look into Keys Couture. But for real though, please follow my business Twitter. Please, please, please. Like, I am begging y'all to follow my business Twitter because it looks so like, oh, please, please, please. Yeah, so I'm just excited to finally go ahead and push that and open up my business. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, just comment below. Let me know. I'll try my best to help you guys. I'm fairly new, like I haven't even opened yet. I'm new myself, so if you guys have any tips or anything for me, go ahead and let me know. Like I said, I don't know everything. I barely know anything, shit. Don't forget to like, comment, and if you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We have 700 and something, I think 718 subscribers. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by October, because I started this channel October of 2019, so I'm hoping by October of 2020 I will be able to have 1,000 subscribers.
Podcast production.